What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Today we're taking a look at Vechain and its recent price action, and make sure to watch the video till the end for a price prediction for the short and the long term as well. First things first, please smash the likes, subscribe and hit the bell icon. YouTube is not pushing crypto content out currently and our subscribers aren't getting notifications, so make sure to join our free Telegram to stay up to date with all of our videos as they are posted, links in the description. It really helps if you hit the like. We're posting 4 videos per day, so come back every day for daily updates and analysis. And make sure to comment down below for your chance to win a hardware wallet in our new monthly giveaway. We'd also like to thank you all so much for your support. We've just hit 10k subscribers, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, we're just letting you know we've had many reports that our subscribers aren't seeing our content, and this is most likely because you haven't hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, with all notifications turned on. So give it a tap now, turn on all notifications, and you'll most likely see most of our videos being posted. Also, if you want to support the channel, make sure to tap that like, it really helps us out. We're posting 4 videos per day, so make sure to check back every single day for daily updates. So with that all being said, let's take a look at Vechain here. It does look as though we have broken out of this key level of resistance inside of this descending wedge here that we have been plagued by ever since we hit around 28 cents. And as you can see, we have actually, broken out of it, back tested. We've chopped sideways a bit. We've come back down. We've back tested it again, and now we're chopping sideways again. So it does look as though we are respecting this key area here. As you can see, we actually came back down here and perfectly touched the outside of this resistance that we've been stuck under here. As you can see, we have actually flipped it into support right now, which is very bullish in my opinion, because this is a resistance that we've been stuck under for some time, which does show that we are potentially seeing the bottom here for Vechain, where it's most likely that we are starting to see ourselves breaking out of resistance that we have been stuck under, which has been causing us to roll over. Obviously, if Bitcoin does have a massive dump, it's likely that we could come back down inside of this wedge, but for now, Vechain is holding very nice here, and it seems as though we are forming somewhat of an ascending triangle here over the past few days, which is a bullish indicator that we are actually making some headway to the upside. We had this big correction here where we saw Bitcoin break down, obviously, since the market is heavily led by Bitcoin right now. But it looks as though we are forming this ascending triangle here, which does seem to be forming quite a nice bit of structure here, bouncing off previous levels of support. If this does play out, we are basically looking to potentially break to the upside here. And if this we did reach our technical target, which would be basically from here to here, and then we take a look at our technical target here, we could potentially be coming back up to where we formed this, at around this 8.5 cent to 9 cent level here. If this does form up how we imagine it. Obviously, we did have somewhat of an ascending triangle here from what we could tell, but it might have just been an ascending wedge like we saw for most cryptocurrencies with this false breakout as well. Basically something like this, where we were forming this kind of ascending wedge pattern, as you can see, something like this. And then obviously once we broke to the bottom of it, you can see quite clearly what happened. So the ascending wedge did look as though it was happening for most cryptos here, but as we said, we've obviously had our correction now, and it looks as though we are forming a bullish pattern here. And if this broke to the upside, we could be looking at potentially coming back up to where we formed it here. But currently, I mean, the volume is extremely low currently, which is a bit of a concern because it doesn't mean we can actually take advantage of these breakouts properly. We do need to see much better volume to really confirm these breakouts much more fully, because currently we're kind of trickling to the upside and the downside, which is why we're ranging so much. But obviously recently, as you can see, we've been very oversold again on our hourly time frame here. If we take a look at our 4-hourly time frame, we did get very oversold here again. So obviously the bounce was lightly, and now it looks as though we are basically trading slowly upwards in this ascending triangle, hopefully going to get that breakout to the upside if Bitcoin doesn't do anything drastic. So take a quick look at the daily time frame here. You can get a good idea of what's going on generally. It does look as though we could potentially be forming a nice double bottom here, or even a double bottom like this across the first dump and the second dump. Obviously there's potentially some hidden divergences in here as well. If you take into account these wicks here, this is essentially a hidden bullish divergence when your RSI makes a low and then it makes a lower low, but you're actually making higher lows on your price action. This is a hidden bullish divergence, and it means that basically things can't get much worse than this in terms of RSI, but we've actually made a higher low here, which is technically, a bullish pattern. Let me just draw this in so you can see. If we take into account these wicks, we are actually still making higher lows and basically making a trend line that looks something like this. So we are starting to see potentially a reversal here, even though the candles themselves are still trading downwards like this. On the wicks themselves, we are actually coming down and making higher lows when we see these big corrections, which could potentially signal that we are starting to, move up something like this and start to see a nice recovery, basically making a higher floor for the price action each time we come down. So obviously there's quite a lot going on here. Let me just get rid of a few of these lines so people can see a bit more clearly what's happening. But all that really matters is we've broken out of this downtrend that we've been stuck under here for some time. We've actually started back testing it as support here, and it's been holding as support very nicely. So if we do get that breakout to the upside here and start reversing the trend, we could potentially see a double bottom here along with this ascending triangle breakout coming back up to this level here. And if that's the case and we do start to see the reversal, then obviously the reversal is going to start to be looking very good, because this is a very bullish indication that we are breaking out of key levels of resistance here. And if that's the case, then we could potentially be looking at the bottom being in for Vechain. And if that's the case as well, obviously we could start seeing a nice little reversal. Obviously it's heavily dependent on Bitcoin and what Bitcoin does, because it's leading the market right now with all the fear that we're seeing. But from what we're seeing on the charts, we are starting to flip bullish again here. But we do really want to see more volume coming into the market. As you can see over the past few days, over the past week or so, really, the volume has been really, really low. And we do need volume to confirm these breakouts to the upside when we do start to see them. So clearly there's a lot of apathy in the market right now. A lot of people have gotten bored, most likely, of what they're seeing. And a lot of people are waiting to see what happens. They're basically sitting on the sidelines waiting to see what will occur. But obviously, as we can see here, no signs of a bear market. 55 moving average is being held as support. So currently we're just consolidating between the 55 and the 20 moving average here. And until we see a breakout of either of these, we're basically just going to be consolidating most likely like this. So unless we see the 55 getting broken here and we start rolling over and coming outside of this channel that we have formed over the past year and a half, then no signs of a bear market in our opinion. As we can see here, this is our weekly time frame with the Fibonacci drawn in and this channel drawn in that we have been banging on about for a long time, but we do think it's extremely important to note. As you can see, we've just been trading upwards inside this channel really over the past year or so. Got overextended here, had our correction to the downside. Now we're just vibing sideways, but every time that we've touched the bottom of the channel, as you can see, we have actually come up and we've basically had another little run. So if we take a look at this on a daily time frame here, you can see, get an even better idea of what we're talking about. We're very oversold right now in general on a daily time frame, and if we do hit the bottom of this channel, do anticipate that we could see that little bounce, start to see that bounce to the upside over the next few months, because it is coming and we are still in a bull market. Sorry, not a bear market. Goodness, the bears are getting too greedy right now, in my opinion. We're getting overextended to the downside, and when this happens, it's quite clear that we do start to see a pickup to the upside. As you can see, it happened here as well. We got overextended to the downside. This is like a really nice bullish divergence. As you can see, we got the rip afterwards. I mean, obviously the March 2020 crash, very, very, very overextended to the downside, oversold. We picked up again, started making new local highs, and as you can see, it's just a pattern that does seem to be repeating itself. So pretty easy to imagine that if we're in a bull market and we do respect this channel, which we have been doing, and we are retesting back testing key levels of support here, this previous swing high, then there's no reason to suggest, if we get really oversold, that this most likely would happen again, and we do start to see the pickup for Vechain. So we do think that we're close. Bitcoin is showing signs of strength. It's breaking out of key resistances as well. So as far as we're concerned, it does look as though we are going to start to see a nice pickup for Vechain in the next month or so, most likely. According to the data and what we're looking at here, this isn't moon boy talk, and we're not saying it's going to rip to $1 straight away. But what we are saying is, over the course of the last year and a half, we have been seeing slowly but surely upwards price action for Vechain. And if this does continue, then we will be seeing, that $1 mark potentially as early as October, maybe even, December, early next year, depending on how quickly this all happens. So the short-term price prediction that we've been looking at, obviously we've got this ascending triangle right now that it does look as though we are respecting somewhat here. So we do want to see this potentially playing out here, and if it does play out and you do start to see Vechain come up and retest the top of this, do anticipate a nice little long here, which would bring you up to around 8.5 cents potentially, back up here where we formed this initial dump. But if we break to the downside, then we have to be looking at potentially, you know, breaking this little trend that we've been making here recently. Coming back down potentially to around this 7 cent mark. So do anticipate a move in either direction. Obviously the volume is really low right now, so it's hard to know what's going to happen. But as we said, if you take a look at the longer time frame, it's easier to kind of get an idea of where we're going. And currently, long term, we're looking bullish. So that's our update today, guys. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let us know down in the comments section below. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can keep up to date with all of our videos. Remember to comment down below and be subscribed to enter into our brand new monthly giveaway for a hardware wallet. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, please sign up to our Patreon via the link in the description below, or sign up to YouTube membership by hitting the join button right next to the sub below this video, where you can get access to our private Discord. We're offering coin calls, one-to-one access to us personally, insight into our personal portfolio, daily research of crypto assets with massive potential, and access to our brand new 100x portfolio. With so many benefits, you might as well check it out below. Don't forget to get 2 free stocks with Webull by signing up and then depositing $100 using our link in the description below. You can quite literally deposit the $100, get your 2 free stocks, and then withdraw the money. So there's no reason not to do that, and they could be valued all the way up to $1,600 each. But don't forget to actually deposit as well after signing up, otherwise you won't receive the second stock. Scammers get worse every day, so make sure to protect yourself and your crypto online with PureVPN. Sign up below for some big discounts. You can get access to block content and protect yourself from phishing scams with super low monthly payments and high quality speeds. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.